Flight attendant orders black teen to give up seat for passenger. He grounds the flight permanently, step off the plane. Now security had surrounded him. The engine was running. Cameras were rolling. All because a man in a suit wanted his seat. And Yolan had said no. He hadn't yelled. He hadn't broken any rules. However, he was still the problem. What happened next turned one teenager's quiet refusal into a national reckoning. They tried to move him instead. He moved the country. This is the story behind the headline. Flight attendant orders black teen to give up seat. He grounds the flight permanently. Welcome, story lovers. Where are you watching from? Drop your city name in the comments so we can see how far our story travels. Yolan was just 17, smart, soft-spoken, and obsessed with airplanes. He had won a scholarship to attend a national science fair, and this flight was supposed to be his victory lap. Dressed in his favorite hoodie, with his science kit snug in the overhead compartment, he took his window seat with wide-eyed excitement. It was his first solo trip, a dream flight. Around him, the plane hummed with chatter and clinking seatbelts. The flight attendant smiled robotically. Everything seemed normal until it wasn't. A man in a navy suit entered late, frustrated and loud, and the first class was whole. You'll notice the whispers between the attendants. One pointed toward him subtly, the other nodded. Yolan went back to staring out the window, unaware that within minutes his seat and his dignity would be challenged. What started as a flight to the future would soon become a fight for something much more profound. The flight had barely begun boarding when a stern-faced flight attendant approached Yolan. She leaned in with a clipped smile. "Excuse me, young man, we'll need you to change seats." Yolan blinked. "Why?" "No worries. We need to accommodate another guest. He'll be seated just a few rows back." He looked confused, but nodded. "Okay, is there a problem with my seat?" "But this gentleman," she gestured toward. The impatient man in the aisle is a frequent flyer. "We're trying to make his experience more comfortable." Jalen's seat wasn't just a seat. It was a window to his dreams, the one thing he had looked forward to for weeks. He hesitated, "But I booked this seat. It's mine, right?" Her tone hardened. "We're asking nicely. Please don't make this difficult." Passengers nearby began to glance over, some with curiosity, others with indifference. The man scoffed, arms folded. "Is this really that hard?" It wasn't just about the seat anymore. It was about being told, yet again, to move, to make space, to stay quiet, to be small. Jalen stood his ground. "I'm sorry, but no." The attendant's expression changed. "Cold now, sir. If you don't comply, we'll have to escalate this." Within minutes, security was called. Yolan sat still, trembling but resolute. Phones came out. Passengers began recording. The murmurs turned into gasps when the captain himself appeared, and Yolan, no longer quiet, said loud enough for the cabin to hear, "If I have to get off this plane, then everyone will know why." The captain, visibly agitated, asked Yolan to step out to discuss the situation. Cameras followed. Outside the aircraft door, under flickering airport lights, Yolan refused, again calm, respectful, but firm. "I paid, I checked in, I boarded. And now I'm being asked to move. Why?" A supervisor arrived, then airport security. Still, Yolan didn't back down. He showed his boarding pass, his name, his seat. "Everything is in order. No violations. No wrongdoing then." He said it. "I'm being asked to move because I'm the easiest one to move." That line hit hard, and it was caught on video. By morning, the footage had gone viral. Jalen never got back on that flight. But the flight didn't take off without him either. The airline grounded the flight, apologized, and faced a storm they never saw coming. Dear audience, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to give it a like. It helps. Yolan eventually reached the science fair, but by then, he was already a national name. This video sparked protests, think pieces, and apologies that came too late. The airline issued a public statement. The attendant suspended. The captain reassigned. But Yalan didn't want revenge. He wanted change. He spoke at schools, at rallies, on podcasts. "This wasn't just about me," he said. "It's about how often Black kids are told to step aside, even when they've earned their place." His story inspired reviews of airline policy across the country. Some said he disrupted the system. He didn't. He revealed it, and in doing so, grounded more than just one flight. He grounded years of silent injustice. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos. Take care.